So, what do you think about plastic overconsumption?
Every day, we use some form of plastic to suit our needs. Once we are done with the plastic, we just throw it away and never think about it again. Plastic was invented in 1907, and since then, plastic production has increased by almost 200-fold. In 2015, the world was producing 381 million tons of plastic, which is equivalent to the mass of 2/3 of the world's population.
It's hard to picture 300 million tons. But I did know that quite a bit of plastic is produced every year. We see it in every single thing that we touch, pretty much, even our clothes.
The world is over-consuming plastic, which is destroying the planet, and we're all responsible. Are you going to reduce plastic use and help save the planet, or are you okay being involved with the destruction of a planet? Plastic is being used and manufactured in huge quantities as the world creates 300 million tons of plastic a year. According to Fast Facts, each year, 9 billion tons of plastic flows into the ocean from coastal regions. Most of the ocean pollution is land-based, as single-use plastics make up 50% of the plastics produced. Most scientists estimate that 8 million metric tons of plastic ends up in the ocean each year, with 150 million tons already in the ocean. According to the Ocean Conservancy and recent Belgian study, plastic has been found in more than 60% of all seabirds and 100% of all sea turtle species. In addition, British people who eat fish are at risk of consuming 11,000 fragments of plastic each year due to the plastic in the ocean. Although plastic is extremely toxic to the environment, it is understandable why not all companies have stopped using and recycling plastic. Plastic has attractive qualities as it is easily shaped, strong, and inexpensive. Although the recycling process for plastics is costly and many companies who use plastics in their products just throw away the plastic once finished to save on costs. This is not the right move to make because plastic is extremely toxic to the environment.
This is one of my topics near and dear to my heart, and one of the things that I would like to do in my life eventually is to create a presentation to bring into businesses, because a lot of businesses have lunches and all sorts of events, and they consume an awful lot of plastic. That's all single-use plastic during these events. And I would like to spread the word that it's possible to do events like this without quite so much plastic use.
According to Plastic Poison, microplastics created when plastics partly break down in a body of water can affect our food chain, as many animals end up eating the microplastics, which can either kill the animal or attract toxic chemicals into our food. Another contributor to plastic overconsumption are plastic beverage bottles. Each year, the average American purchases 346 beverage bottles. Altogether, that makes 111 billion bottles per year just in America. Although we can try and clean up plastic, we must first stop the source. As Diana Cohen put it, we must cut the spigot of single-use and disposable plastics before we begin cleaning up the plastics polluting the ocean and land masses. Cohen is also trying to add another R onto the reduce, reuse, recycle front. The fourth R would be refuse, as in refuse single-use and disposable plastics. We must start to reduce and refuse plastics before it pollutes the only planet we have.
So 40% of all plastics produced are single-use plastics. Why do you think so much of the plastics produced are single-use?
Because Americans are lazy. Americans like things that are single-use because we want to do everything quick. We're very busy people, and things that are quick are very popular. It takes a little bit more effort not to use plastic nowadays because plastic is very, very convenient.
So what are the solutions? The first step to reducing plastic overconsumption would be to refuse single-use plastics.
So how do you think humans can prevent and fix plastic overconsumption?
I think the biggest thing is getting the word out. I think many, many people don't realize how important it is to actually not throw plastic into the dump. It's filling the oceans, it's filling a lot of countries where we send our plastic to be recycled. It's ending up in the landfill there. And I think most people don't really even realize what's happening.
There are many reusable solutions to disposable plastics, such as glass beverage bottles instead of a plastic bottle. Other actions that would help the reduction of plastic in the environment would be to join a plastic pickup organization or just pick up and dispose of plastics as you see it.
Another solution would be to recycle more plastic. So only 1/5 of all plastic production globally is being recycled each year. Why do you think this is?
I think a big part of it is that many people don't even put plastic into recycling, number one. Number two is people do not vote with their pocketbook, let's say. So people want no plastic, or they want to recycle plastic, but nobody wants to buy the things that are made out of recycled plastic. And so we have a problem because nobody's going to recycle plastic for free. It costs a lot of money to recycle plastic. One little science experiment you can do is to try decomposing some different types of plastic that are supposed to be like compostable or decomposable, and just bury them somewhere for a year and then go and dig them up and see what happens. Also, the book Garbology is really, really good and interesting if you're interested in this topic.
After learning more about plastic overconsumption, are you going to reduce plastic use and help save the planet? Or are you okay being responsible for the plastic pollution of the planet?